I know you gonna dig this.
How's everybody doing today? Here I am, downtown Chicago. One of my favorite comedians of all time, one of my favorite actors. I love Chris Farley, you love Chris Farley. I've been asked to do a video about Chris Farley so many times here on my channel. And here I am, I'm doing it. There's not much I can show you. I'm gonna go to the front. Now this is the John Hancock building in Chicago. And sadly, this is where Chris Farley passed away, which is still one of the hardest celebrity deaths for anybody from a certain generation or just a fan of comedy. It was a hard one. Chris Farley died. So this is the outside of the building. Right here, and it, without a doubt, is one of the most impressive buildings I've seen up close. It is tall, it is impressive. I think everyone remembers Matt Foley, the motivational speaker from SNL.
First off, I am 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
One of Chris's most beloved characters. Newt Gingrich he would play. That was amazing.
Legal reform, raise defense spending, term limits, blah, 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 blah. All in favor? Aye! Done!
And of course, Tommy Boy, filmed in Toronto. One of the funniest movies ever. Fat guy in a little coat.
Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat.
Don't.
That guy in a little coat.
Chris was known as a great guy. And out of Adam Sandler, David Spade, Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, that whole crowd, as they were called the Frat Pack when they were at Saturday Night Live with Chris Farley. They all said the funniest of them all was Chris Farley.
I'm afraid of, like I want people to like me and the people-pleasing stuff. And that's why sometimes I go, I think that if they want me to, they see me on TV and stuff and want me to be loud and stuff like that. So I try to give them that, Sometimes that's draining, and but I'm learning now to be able to talk to people without having to perform, talk like a normal person, because that's really the way I want it. That's really the way I am, But I love being on stage and being in front of people. But I never separated the two, from the stage to the real life. And I think now, as I'm getting later on, 32, getting later on in years, and I think that I'd like to, be married and have kids someday too.
So it was here that he passed away of a drug overdose. And yeah, like I said, it was a hard day for to be a Chris Farley fan. And to his family and friends, it's been one of the most devastating days ever. He's buried out in Wisconsin. Chris Rock attended his funeral, John Goodman. Yeah. If you haven't seen the documentary, I believe it's called I Am Chris Farley. It's incredible. And there's a book written about him. I'm trying to remember the name. Loved it. But yeah, great book written about him. I'll write the title down below. Right there. Or there, wherever this is going to be on the screen. Yeah. Wow. This is the entrance to the private residences. There's stores all the way around, so Chris would have come in and out of this entrance right here, or down to his car below. But if he wanted to go out onto the street to pick up in a car to go somewhere, this is where it would have happened. Because this is the private residence entrance, like I just said. Alright, so that's it for my video about Chris Farley. I hope you were able to pay your respects through the video, learn a little bit about Chris Farley and his life. I did get to meet him once when I was at Saturday Night Live, back when I was a young teenager. It's a long story, how I got to go to Saturday Night Live and meet the cast. And I'm going to tell you that he really was one of the funniest people in real life. I showed pictures of me with Mike Myers on another video, and that's when I'm at Saturday Night Live, and that's when I met the whole cast. And after the show, downstairs, David Spade walked by, Chris Farley. I got pictures with all of them, and then the last person to come out was Chris Farley, and he was walking past us. He had his head down, and he looked like he looked really depressed and upset. So he had his head down the whole time, walking like this. And I said, Chris, can I get an autograph? I was like a little kid, not a little kid, like 13, 14. I was young. And then a few other people started asking him, and then they go, not today. He goes, not today, not today, not today. And he kept walking, and then he just stopped, and he turned and looked at all of us. So in that Chris Farley face, Chris Farley look, Chris Farley voice, he went, just kidding. Who wants an autograph? Threw up his hands the way he did. And the nicest man. I have a picture with him somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's lost to time. It's stored away somewhere or gone. Yeah, I got an autograph and a picture with him back in the day. And that was awesome. I loved Chris Farley. So did you. Sad building. Okay. Peace and love to Chris Farley. To you, peace and love. Peace out.